Have you ever thought of what it would be like to live without technology today? Most of us use our phones and computers daily. I think everyone can agree with that. I'm a frequent user of my phone, computer, um, calling, texting, social media, and I play video games a lot, so I rely on it pretty heavily. Um, I interviewed my grandma and my grandpa from both sides of the family, so the following information I got from is based off the information I got from them and from my own point of view. Um, and for the next couple of minutes, I'll be talking to you about what makes technology good, what are the concerns of technology, and what makes it important. So first, I'm going to talk about the concerns with technology. There aren't too many bad things about technology, I guess. But the first one is I'm going to talk about is cost. Um, like the new iPhones that came out, I'm sure all you guys know this already. $200, max, upwards of $1,000, and game consoles, Xbox Ones, PlayStation 4s are upwards of $400. So that's getting pretty out of hand, I'd say. My grandma wanted to buy a computer last year, so she told me, or her last one crashed, so she told me she wanted a quality one this time. So of course she goes out and buys a Mac, and she told me she was really shocked that it was $1,000, and I was like, well, you said you wanted quality, Grandma, so I guess you get what you pay for. And then I bought my own PlayStation 4 last year, which was, like I said, over $400. And then every new game that comes out is between $55 and $65. So anytime you want to get something new, you're adding on. The next thing that would be an example of or a concern of technology is communication skills worsening. My grandpa used myself as an example when he's trying to have a conversation with me, and I'm on my phone, and he says something to me, and then I totally ignore it or just didn't hear it. So, and my grandma kind of said the same thing. She said we're so consumed by our phones that even when we're in mid conversation, that we will tend to take our phones out, and she just thinks that's the rudest thing in the world. Now that I'm done with the downfalls, I'll talk about the perks of technology. I think there are many more perks of technology than downfalls. First is convenience. It's a faster way to get information for school and academically, or to get places with all the GPS systems and stuff like that. Faster to get a hold of people, obviously. You don't have to be with them to get a hold of them. Both my grandparents made points to say that it would have been nice if they would have computers and technology in school. And I use my GPS on my phone about every time I'm out of the Waterloo and Cedar Falls area, so that comes in handy for me. Next is it helps us gain knowledge because we can look into anything on the internet. We can hear what's going on around in the world with TVs and stuff. It helps us figure out things. My grandpa's retired, and so he just sits around at home all day, watches TV, and anytime he hears something, he'll get on the internet and look it up. And he's a big history guy, so he likes to look into everything. My grandma uses technology basically for awareness purposes, and she uses it like Facebook to keep on track, to keep up with what's going on with her friends and family and community. Now that I've talked about the good and bad things, I'll talk about why we benefit more from it than than what it hurts us. It's expensive, but the upgrades with technology make it worth it. With the new advanced information and its convenience. My grandma just got a smartphone, and she checks her emails for her work, and the new iPhones that have credit cards on them, billing there. And even though our communication skills are so-called worsening, technology just helps us learn, and we don't have, it's just convenient, like I said before. My cousins live in Minnesota, so I use technology to talk to them because I'm pretty close with them. And then I'll end on this. There are perks and downfalls of technology, but overall I think it's super beneficial for us. I know all of you know a lot about technology already, but many of us take it for granted. So I hope this made you think about how important it is for us.